Hello everybody, this is Virtuosity, bringing another PC COD 4 gameplay. First off, I kind of apologize for a little bit of laggy footage here. Right whenever I start using fraps, it kind of lags for a second, but anyway. This is a match I came into about halfway through, and obviously I'm using the M16, perks are bando, stopping, and deep. And I promise you guys some assault rifle gameplay, so that's what we're going to be doing today. My assault rifle and M16 style is a lot different than how I run an SMG. For one, a big part of being successful as an assault rifle is keeping distance from your enemy, controlling the engagement, and the way to do that is just basically to keep an eye on your UAV. You obviously want to know where your enemies are at all times, or have a good indication of where their spawn is. And you want to slowly advance, checking every line of sight outside of their spawn, or even farther past their spawn, depending on where you think they might be. And just slowly eliminate opponents one by one. You want to pretty much, you want to know where they are, and then you want to let them come to you, and you want to let them make a mistake. The reason for this is basically because you don't have the ability to hip fire like you do with an SMG, or you also don't have the fire rate that you do as an SMG, or the even the mobility. So really, you can't rely on your ability to dodge. So your best asset really is cover. Your best asset is cover, and a close second is map knowledge and awareness. In that, essentially knowing that each side of your or each of your flanks are covered is it's only when your flanks are pretty much covered that you should really feel comfortable to poke out and start doing the killing. And it's assessing the situation quickly that comes with experience and allows you to get into the correct position fast. I notice a lot of newer players, when they start using assault rifles, when they have the realization that they can't be too aggressive, they tend to go almost too slow, and that can actually be a huge detriment because they end up getting trapped in their spawn and things just aren't fun from there. You do want to be aggressive in securing your position. You really don't want to give your enemy the chance to lock you in. So with time, with experience, and as your map knowledge and map awareness grow, you should be able to get in position quickly. And here, I know that they can't see me, and they're trapped back up in here, and I'm just kind of pushing it to get as many kills as I can. You can see here, this is kind of a cool little way to get up in their spawn, and it actually turns out that this sniper guy that ends up killing me, who's actually a hacker, big surprise, but I was hoping they would just keep coming out there. But anyway, good spots on this map specifically are the house I was in, and being on the wall right there, and just looking over through the hole in that little shack. Here I see this guy, and this is a good example of just waiting for him to come to me. Like, I don't know what his plan is, what he's gonna do, and I thought maybe he ran away, but I ended up spraying him down because he's a sniper. But you know, I easily could have been dead if that was an assault rifle. They could have poked their head up from behind the bridge and taken me out. I kind of got lucky there. But that's one thing you want to do, is learn patience. That's an example of just being too fast. And now they're spawning all around me. I actually called my airstrike in right on this spot just to make sure everything was gone. Now they're spawning in this house, and I wasn't too aware. You can see the hacker here. I ended up banning him right after this, and he actually came back one more time, and I banned him again. But you know, that's just life as a player in PC COD 4. Anyway, here, you know, I'm just checking my lines of sight and making sure they don't know, or rather, that I do know where they are, and making sure that I can take a correct position. Really, when you're using an M16, it's the prime example of needing to control the engagement, because your hipfire really, I mean, M16 hipfire is alright, especially if you have steady aim, but it's nothing compared to the ability to spray when you have like an AK or any of the other automatic assault rifles, really, or the high damage ones at least. So this is actually something I've been doing for a while, kind of a technique I've been using to force myself to play correctly, is only using the M16 when I play as an assault, because really the lack of good hipfire forces you to really slow down. It forces you to have the best map awareness and map knowledge if you really want to be successful, especially against good players. In this case, these guys aren't the best of players, but this is an example of what you can do when you do play correctly against mediocre players, and how it can kind of pay off, how being slow is good. It took me a while to get rid of this guy. I don't know what was going on there. I thought maybe he was on the roof or something, but he's just laying down there, not paying attention. Anyway, really should have been more aware of this, and maybe should have actually backed off, to tell you the truth. I could have gone into the little shack that's right up here, but I didn't. But that's what I should have done, really, in order to not die. One thing that comes in handy for securing your flanks, really, is keeping yourself to the edges of the map, because really, I mean, if you're at the edge of the map, they cannot spawn behind you. That's a key of being a good assault overall. Kind of threw that cautionary stun to make sure that they didn't rush me, because once again, you got to be aware of not having really good hipfire when using the M16. Here, I honestly should have actually already been in the top. I shouldn't have been trying to look through kills, or look for kills through there, because it doesn't really provide any cover up here. I mean, you can lean, you can look around and see all different kinds of little angles and try to pick them off when they spawn back here. This rock is also really good, but I kind of pass it up. I see that my teammates are kind of moving in, and I figure I'll go support them. Because I mean, we are winning by a lot, but I don't want my team to just die with reckless abandon, you know? That's never a good thing, so I figure my aim will be enough to suffice here. This car is actually pretty good when they're over here in this spawn. Another thing that's pretty important, it doesn't come into play too much in this map because of the distance, but a huge part of being a good assault, especially when you're dealing with like UAV jammer classes, is that you need to be aware of sound. I mean, usually when I play, I mean, I have my sound cranked. You guys probably know that by now if you've seen any of my other commentaries. But even when your flanks are secure, or you think they are, it's a good way to just have that extra little bit of awareness, and that can save your ass from time to time. So be sure that your sound is up high enough to actually be able to hear footsteps, because we know the Call of Duty 4 sound engine is really good. Actually, all Call of Duty sound engines are good, but anyway. This is a perfect example of using cover. I kind of duck down and get away from them. I mean, I maybe could have tried to cook a nade instead of stepping out there, but one of the assets of the M16 compared to, say, the AK-47 is that it has amazing pinpoint accuracy. It has very, very little recoil, so you can hit people when it's like just their head popping out of cover. That's the reason I like to use it, is because versus other assault rifles on the enemy team, it can come in handy in just basically putting them down. Good players always know how to use cover, and you can really counter that when you're using the M16. If they also use the M16, they have it on you, and then in that case, it kind of becomes a battle of just who has the correct line of sight positioning. But this has been Virtuosity, bringing you PC COD 4 gameplay. Subscribe if you like, leave a comment, tell me what you think of the mic quality, and have a nice day.